So the purpose of this script and video is to practice both reading and doing a voiceover for future videos. I think I've tried it before without anything really to show. I think voiceovers will both help me practice and just be better all-around video for people to watch and make for my channel. So this is a first example of that, and without going too crazy, I'll take the script from some video I like and do my own dub, per se, of it. It'll also be a record for me to look back on and see what to improve. I'll mark that in my own comments. I'll throw in some stock footage and music afterward to see what they can really look like for the time being, at least until I can buy a better microphone than this one. This is the Blue Yeti Snowball. Not the best. So, this is part one. Here is JT Chapman's You'll Never Be Ready. Picture this. You've wanted to start a YouTube channel, or a podcast, or a business for years. You've done all the research. You know all the steps you need to take. All that's left to do is do it. So you open your laptop, grab your notes, wrap up your typing fingers, and then you close your laptop and walk away because it's not the right moment. You're not ready yet. You don't have one little aspect 100% figured out. Does that sound familiar to you? This feeling of not being ready to jump into a project, whatever it may be, is really common. We've all been there. But what most people don't realize is that nobody has it all figured out. We're just all kind of making it up as we go. It is so much better to just start now than it is to keep refining your plan, so much so that the project becomes thinking about the project, not actually doing it. You could waste time getting any number of steps perfect, but it would derail and squander the precious momentum you've gathered. If you try to think of it as a single monster task, it's impossible. But if you break it up into a bunch of little tasks, it becomes much easier. Yeah, now you've got a bunch of little tasks, but you can check them off one by one. And each time you're building that critical momentum and overcoming the inertia of inaction. That's the hardest part of the whole process. Just convincing yourself to take that first step. That momentum you pick up along the way will propel you forward through your more challenging tasks. It is 100% guaranteed you won't make it to your goal if you don't take that first step. When you look back 1 year from now, you will see that all those tiny steps have carried you further than you could have expected, and certainly further than if you were still fretting about the minute details of your project. It may be scary to take that first step. That's fair. Perhaps one way to think of it is just, who cares? What's the worst that could happen? You waste a little time because you were trying something different? That's no more wasted time than going to the gym is wasted time because nobody saw you with your shirt off that day. It's good to try new things. It's good to exercise your mind. It can help you build self-confidence. And if things go well, you just started a project that could completely change your life. For now, enthusiasm and a willingness to learn is good enough reason to get out there. No one has everything figured out. We never feel like we're ready. Whether it's to start a new job or go out on stage, there's always more we could do to prepare. But we don't need to. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Anyone you see on YouTube, no matter how big, also once had to convince themselves to take that first step. And then the next one, and then the next one, until they got to where they are today. Taking action, even when you don't feel ready, is the only way to make progress. Take a minute when you're done here to think about what it is that's keeping you from starting your project. Is it a legitimate reason? Or are you just fooling yourself into thinking you're not ready yet? You never will be. No one ever is. You just gotta do it anyway. As Peter Parker said in the Spider-Verse, you'll never know. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is. Most of my own words I wrote on a separate sheet, and there's a bit of conflict in that. The negative being that I feel it's creating more papers to add to the clutter pile, which I've been working hard at stopping and clearing, I need to remember what that one minimalist Trinidadian YouTuber said, that writing activates a part of our brain that typing doesn't. I can always do as I did in school and type it up later. While I may wish and perhaps often be able to create these in one draft, I will have to get into that, especially with more complicated projects. And if I want to be writing the best scripts I can be, it might as well start in the form I've mastered.